Hello everyone, this is Asna Fatima from Creative Computing course year 2 group 1. Here in this presentation I'll explore large language models and machine learning. These are the two most important technologies in modern artificial intelligence, which is AI. So let's get started. Machine learning is a branch of artificial intelligence that allows computer to learn patterns from data instead of being programmed. So large language models, or also known as LLMs, are one of the most advanced application of machine learning because they are designed to understand and generate human language. Then a well-known example is like ChatGPT developed by OpenAI. These models are now widely used in areas such as education, healthcare, customer service, and software development. So in this presentation, I'll explain the machine learning and what large language models are and how they work, their history, development, their benefits, risks, their position within the technology life cycle using the Gartner Hype Cycle. So let's get started with what is machine learning. So machine learning is a technology that enables computer to learn from data and improve their performance over time. So instead of programmers writing a detailed rule for every situation, machine learning system analyzes large data sets and identifies patterns automatically. So these patterns are then used to make predictions or decisions. So machine learning is used in many everyday technologies such as recommendation systems on streaming platform, fraud detection in banking, and image recognition in smartphones. So large language models are a specialized application of machine learning that focuses specifically on analyzing and generating human language. Okay. So then what are large language models? So basically LLMs are artificial intelligence systems trained on extremely large collection of text data, including books, article, website, and other written content. So by analyzing these data sets, the model learns patterns in language such as grammar, sentence structure, and relationship between the words. So because of this training, LLMs can perform tasks such as answering questions, summarizing documents, translating languages, generating essays, and even writing a computer code. So example of language models are developed by companies like Google, Meta, and other major AI research organization. So the reason they are called large is because they contain billion and trillion of parameters that stores the language learned during their training. Okay. So how does machine learning enables LLMs? So to understand how this system works, we can look at a simplified flow diagram. First, the model is trained on a very large text data set. Machine learning algorithms analyze these data and identifies patterns in language. So next, the deep learning neural network processes this information, and modern language models use a transformer architecture introduced by researchers including Ashish Vaswani. So when a user enters a prompt, the input is broken into smaller units called tokens, and the neural network analyzes these tokens and calculates the probability of different words appearing next. So the model then selects the most likely word and adds it to the response. This continues repeatedly until a complete sentence or paragraph is generated. Although the output appears intelligent, the system is actually performing advanced statistical prediction based on patterns learned during training. Okay. Next is history and development. So the idea of machines understanding languages has existed for like over decades. So in 1950, the mathematician known as Alan Turing proposed the famous Turing test as a way to evaluate whether machine could demonstrate intelligent behavior. So early language processing system relied on manually programmed rules, which made them limited and difficult to scale. The development of machine learning allowed computers to learn language patterns automatically from the data. A major breakthrough occurred in 2017 when the transformer architecture was introduced. This innovation allowed researchers to build much larger and more powerful language models. The public release of ChatGPT was in 2022 significantly. It increased public awareness of LLM technology and led to rapid adoption worldwide. Next is key organizations. The development of large language model is driven by major technology companies. So some of those most influential organizations include OpenAI, Google DeepMind, and Microsoft. These companies invest billions of dollars in artificial intelligence research and rely on powerful hardware produced by companies such as NVIDIA, and this has created a global competition to develop increasingly advanced AI systems. So next comes the benefits of the application. So the benefits of LLMs are a lot for the entire world. The significant advantage of LLM is that it will increase productivity and it will assist in writing document, writing code. It will help with productivity, like the students or like other people working in different companies. It will help them with writing assistance and coding, like students who code, it will help them with coding. And then for education, like students don't need to go in person to ask doubts, and all is AI tutoring now. And also there is learning support, like you can take thousand and thousand of quizzes online before you actually write the examination. So it helps with education. And then there's communication. So there's language translation, like if a person can translate the language if the other person does not know the language, and they both can communicate. So it's way easier to communicate. And then there's research, like businesses are also rely on LLMs to enhance customer service by utilizing chatbot. These chatbot are able to provide customers with assistance at all hours of days. And research, basically it's easier to research using those LLMs. So overall, it can be said that machine learning learning coupled with LLMs has a lot of potential to change the face of various industries by making operations more efficient. Then next comes the risk and ethical concerns. So despite their advantage, large language models also present several challenges. One concern is bias, because the models learn from the large internet dataset. They might reproduce social biases present in that data. Another issue is misinformation. So LLMs sometimes generate incorrect information while appearing confident. Privacy and security are also important concerns, because training data may contain sensitive information. Additionally, the large computational resources required to train this model consume significant energy, raising environment concerns. These issues highlight the importance of responsible development and regulation of AI technologies. Next is the Gartner hype cycle and the current position. So the development of LLMs can also be analyzed using the Gartner hype cycle. This model describes how new technologies move through stages of excitement and maturity. So the stage include innovation trigger, the peak of inflated expectations, the throw of delusionment, etc. And many experts believe that LLMs are currently moving from the peak of inflated expectation towards the through of disillusionment, as researchers begin addressing their limitations and challenges. Over time, the technology is expected to be mature and to become a stable part of many industries. Coming up to the future outlook, the LLMS appears to be accelerating further. There is focus on improving accuracy and reliability while addressing issues such as issues which are bias and hallucinations. So other related trend is that of multimodal AI, which deals with text, image, audios, and videos. This provides scope for various applications in fields such as education, healthcare, and entertainment. At various levels, from national to international government, there is beginning to made in laying down some guidelines on how to ensure AI is used responsibly. Transparency, accountability, and data protection are some of the key areas being considered. Despite some challenges being experienced in this development, machine learning and large language models are likely to bring about some significant development in the technology and the society. In conclusion, LLMs represent one of the most significant advancements in artificial intelligence. They are built using machine learning and deep learning technique that allowed computers to analyze massive dataset and generate human-like language. These technologies have potential to improve productivity, education, communication, and many other areas of the society. However, they also introduce challenges related to bias, misinformation, privacy, and environmental impact. As AI continues to develop, it will be important for researcher, governments, and organizations to ensure that these systems are used responsibly. This is the knowledge graph which I have made, and this is the link to it, so you can go and see. It's basically everything I have explained in the PPT, but in a short form. So once a person goes through this, has an idea of what exactly I'm talking about. Thank you.